Have you ever felt that after being with someone, something stayed with you? It wasn't just the moment itself, but a feeling, a connection that seemed to linger even afterward. That doesn't happen by chance. When a man truly gives himself, he leaves behind signs, small gestures that prove he is there with his heart, not just his body. And today, I'm going to tell you about the 7 hidden things he does without even realizing it. They keep their eyes locked on you, you know that. Look that seems to pierce through you, reaching deep into your soul. When a man is truly present, he doesn't just glance at you, he observes you in a special way. It's not a distracted or hurried look, but one that tries to capture every detail, as if he wants to engrave the moment into his memory. It's a gaze full of presence, conveying something deeper than words ever could. And it's not just about physical desire. This kind of look carries a different weight, an intensity that makes you feel like he is there, completely, without thinking about anything else. He doesn't look away, doesn't get distracted by his surroundings, because in that moment, you are his entire world. That's how you can tell it's more than just attraction. It's connection, surrender, real emotion. Have you noticed how this changes everything? When someone looks at you like that, the moment becomes more intense, more special. It's not just about being together physically, but about sharing something from within. Because in the end, eyes don't lie. And when he truly loves you, you don't need to ask. You just have to look back and feel it. But there's another, even subtler detail that many people don't even notice. It's not just about the eyes, but something that naturally happens when he is completely connected to you. It's almost imperceptible, yet it reveals exactly what he feels. Have you ever noticed what it is? 2, they pay attention to your breathing. When a man makes love with his heart, he isn't just there, he feels you. And one of the most beautiful signs of this is the way he unconsciously follows your breathing. It's as if his body adjusts to yours, as if the two of you are dancing together without needing rehearsal. He notices when your breathing speeds up, when it deepens, when there's that pause full of meaning. This isn't something everyone does. Many men are so focused on their own pleasure that they don't pay attention to these details. But when he truly cares, he notices. He senses your rhythm and adapts to you without needing to be told. If he feels that a lighter touch relaxes you, he adjusts. If he realizes you surrender more to a different pace, he follows that path. This happens because he is fully present. He's not just experiencing the moment, he's experiencing the two of you. He wants to feel every response from your body, to understand what makes you let go even more. And the most incredible part? It all happens effortlessly, as if it's natural. It's like your bodies speak a secret language where breathing becomes the greatest sign of connection. So let me ask you, have you ever felt this with someone? Have you ever had that sensation that you were breathing together as if you were one? If so, tell me about it. If not, pay attention next time, because there's another detail that's even more revealing. And this time, it's not just about what he feels, but about what he does with his hands. 3, they touch with intention and care. You know when someone's touch makes you feel more than just physical contact? When a man is truly involved, every touch carries meaning. It's not rushed, it's not thoughtless, it's a touch that speaks. From the gentle glide of his fingers to a tight embrace, he's not just touching you, he's trying to feel you. It's as if his body is silently expressing everything he feels, and the difference lies in the intention. It's not an impatient touch, or one driven solely by desire. It's a touch that respects, that conveys safety, that makes you feel special. You can tell by the way he holds your hand, the way his fingers trace your face, or how he wraps his arms around your waist with care. Every gesture reveals that to him, you're not just a moment, you're important. And it's not just affection, it's connection. Sometimes he might pull you close against his chest, as if he wants to shield you from the world. Other times, he holds your face in both hands, as if he wants you to be there, fully present with him. This kind of touch doesn't lie. It shows that what he feels goes beyond the physical. He wants you to know he is there, completely, with you. But there's something even more powerful than touch. Something that isn't about the body, but about words. Because when a man truly loves, he doesn't need to fill the moment with rehearsed lines. What he says, and the way he says it, reveals exactly what's in his heart. They speak sincere, words at the right moment. Have you ever noticed how some words can touch you more than a hug? When a man is truly present, he doesn't just say things for the sake of saying them. He doesn't throw words around carelessly or speak just to please you. Every word carries truth, emotion, and feeling. It could be a spontaneous compliment, a soft whisper, or even a simple, "You're incredible." But when it comes from the heart, you can feel it, and his tone of voice changes. It's not just about desire, it's something deeper. You notice it when he says your name differently, when his voice softens or carries emotion. He doesn't need long speeches. Sometimes a simple "stay here" at the right moment says everything. And that's what makes the difference. You don't have to ask what he feels because it's right there in the way he speaks. And the most beautiful part, these words aren't rehearsed lines or empty cliches. They come naturally, effortlessly. He may not be the type to express himself all the time, but when he's truly connected with you, the words just flow. It could be a genuine thought said unintentionally, a verbal caress in the middle of a special moment. But one thing is certain, they always carry sincerity, and there's a curious detail about these moments. It's not just about what he says, but also about what he does when he stops talking. There's a subtle, almost imperceptible gesture that reveals exactly what he feels. Have you ever noticed what it is? They take small pauses to admire. The most meaningful moments don't happen in movement. They happen in stillness. When a man truly loves, he's in no rush. In the middle of passion, he pauses for a few seconds just to look at you, to take in every detail. It's not distraction, and it's not hesitation. It's as if he wants to lock that image into his memory, a moment he never wants to forget. And that look says everything. It could be a spontaneous smile, a soft sigh, or that unmistakable sparkle in his eyes, as if he's thinking, "Is this really happening?" He's not just physically there, he's feeling every second. And you notice it because that pause carries an emotion that can't be faked. And this goes beyond desire. He's not just living the moment, he's deeply connecting with you. He notices the way you move, the glow in your eyes, the energy between you. He wants to remember every detail because to him, being with you is much more than just an encounter. It's something meaningful. And that's exactly what makes you feel so special. But do you know what truly proves what he feels? It's not just what happens in the moment. The way he acts afterwards says far more than any look or touch, because anyone can fake interest for a while, but after it's his actions that reveal the truth. 6. They care about how you feel. Afterward, the way a man behaves after intimacy speaks volumes about his feelings. If he truly cares, the moment doesn't end when everything slows down. He stays present. He doesn't just turn over and fall asleep, as if nothing happened. On the contrary, he makes an effort to maintain the connection, whether through a hug, a gentle touch, or even just a simple gesture to reassure you that he's still there. And this isn't something he consciously plans, it's natural. He wants to know how you feel, to keep that closeness. It could be through a lingering gaze, pulling you closer without saying a word, or even a comfortable silence where your bodies remain effortlessly intertwined. It's not about necessity. It's about wanting to be there, together, with no rush to leave. Many men disconnect afterward, but when there are real feelings involved, the connection continues. He might hold your hand, play with your fingers, or make a lighthearted comment just to make you smile. Small gestures that show he's not just satisfied, he's emotionally invested. He doesn't see this as an ending, but as a continuation, as something that matters just as much to him as it does to you. But there's something even more powerful than these gestures. Something that can't be seen or touched, but that you feel even when he's no longer there. Because when a man gives himself completely, he leaves something within you. And that feeling can change everything. Do you know there's a secret key to making any man fall in love like never before? It's something beyond the physical, beyond words, something deeply rooted in his mind. Many women never discover this, but those who do end up in extraordinary relationships. Are you ready to be the woman he can't stop thinking about? Check out the special video I've left in the comments. It's a real revelation. They leave a piece of themselves in you. When a man makes love with his heart, he doesn't just walk away as if nothing happened. Even after the moment has passed, something of him stays with you. It's not just a memory or a passing thought. It's a feeling that lingers. You feel warmth in your chest, a quiet peace, a certainty that this wasn't just an encounter, but a real connection. And this doesn't happen with just anyone. It's as if his energy remains wrapped around you, even when he's no longer there. You catch yourself smiling for no reason, remembering little details that might seem insignificant to others, but now mean everything. The feeling doesn't fade when the night ends. It stays. It leaves a mark. It transforms. That's because he wasn't just physically present. He was emotionally invested. And when there's emotional surrender, the impact is always greater. You don't feel empty afterward, nor are you left with doubts. On the contrary, you feel whole, as if something precious was shared between you. As if, in some way, he left a piece of himself inside you. And maybe that's the biggest difference between someone who just passes through your life and someone who truly stays with you. Because when a man truly loves, he's not just another one. He becomes unforgettable. If you enjoyed this video and want to understand even more about genuine connections, subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss the next content. Oh, and there's another video playing on the screen right now that I'm sure you'll love. I'll see you there in a few seconds.